Good morning. Good morning. It's Scott. And today I promised you that I'd show you guys how to assess those activity sheets. What I've done is I've put together two samples and an actual real-time sheet. Originally, I was going to make phone calls and go over each one individually, but in the essence of the concept of time efficiency, I thought I'd do a video. By the way, I'm using a program called Screencast-O-Matic. It's an incredible program. You can share your screen on the video, or you can use your webcam, or you can do both. That's how you'll see videos with a little square down in the bottom or the side with someone's live ugly mug along with screen saving. So let's get to it because I think this is a much more efficient way of doing it. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this. This is a dummy sheet. I don't want to pick on anybody, okay? The intent of this exercise is to show you how to assess this. What I've done here is I have put together a dummy sheet as if someone had presented this. Now, if you remember, I tasked you with 10 people a day. So the first thing we want to look at is this right here. How many people on days 1 through 5 has this person connected with? And you can see 3, 4, 6, and 4. Right away, we know we got to do something to help them improve their management of themselves. And again, you remember, you can't manage time, you can only manage yourself. But if the target is 10, they're never going to get there if they continue to do things the way they're doing it. They're at 30%, 40%, 60%, and then drop down to 40% again of the target. Okay? You want to see a trend of going more than 10. All right? So that's the first thing I see there. Now, out of 3 people connected to, they recommended a product to 1. Okay, now that's perfectly acceptable. You're not going to be able to do it to everyone. The concept of connecting with someone is to have a conversation. It's not necessarily to sell anything. Okay, it's to develop that rapport and relationship. So these numbers, there's nothing wrong with these numbers here. Now, when you drop down here, you can see that because they didn't hit their 10, they're not getting a volume number of people who took a look at the products. Okay? They're never going to grow their business with retail or wholesale customers with these kinds of numbers. You can see that. And this proves it right here. They didn't get any new customers. Okay? You're not going to get everybody up here who said, I'm going to take a look to agree to order products. And of course, they don't have anybody on auto ship as a result of that. See how it cascades down? Now, this is leading with the business. All right. So right now you can see that this person led with the products. That's their comfort zone, obviously. I mean, I can interpolate a lot here. They did not ask anyone to take a look at the business. So there's an area that needs a little bit of polish. Okay. There's an area that you as a team leader reviewing one of your team members' activity sheets can immediately see they're hesitant to lead with the business. Okay? So you got to give them the tools like I'm trying to do with you. So obviously, if they didn't talk about the business, all of these are going to be zeros. Nobody took a look. Nobody expressed interest. Now, number of third-party tools given out or handed out. I want to clarify that. A third-party tool is a third-party validation method. It can be anything from a brochure to a magazine article to a web link to a CD or DVD. It can be anything that is not you talking. Okay? Now, so because they led with products, they obviously handed out some third-party tools here. Okay? There's your running total for the 5 days. Again, if you look at this number right here, these are tools given out. These are nothing more than that. So for 5 days, which is a business week, this virtual person, only handed out 3 tools. Can you guess what kind of results they're going to have as far as enrollments and customers? So, of course, nobody took a look because they didn't lead with the business. Nobody asked for more information. Nobody's ready and nobody enrolled. So they have no active reps for those 5 days. Now, this column is, since you started your CTFO business, how many retail or wholesale customers do you have? This is not just for the 5 days. This is since you started the business. And this is a tracking method I'm going to explain. So this person has 5 customers, but only one of them is an active customer. So they have a retention rate for customers of 20%. That's terrible. Okay, we need to work on this area with this person as well. You have to provide world-class customer service. You do, not refer them to customer service all the time. There are times when you have to do that. But if they have a question, an issue, a concern, you need to address it. And that's how you retain customers. I'm going to tell you something. It's a heck of a lot less work, less energy, excuse me, and less time to retain customers than it is to get new customers. So you really want to focus, and you want to focus your team on this area right here. You want to see at least a 60 or 75% retention rate. If you don't, you're constantly chasing customers. And that's a problem with other health and wellness, particularly companies in the industry, in network marketing. I'll give you an example. Weight loss. I have a lot of experience in that with Herbalife. And the reason I left Herbalife, even though I was experiencing some success, is that if the economy takes a downturn, or if people reach their target weight, I was not taught properly to teach people that not only is Herbalife product line good for weight loss, it's also great for nutrition. And so I was pushing weight loss. Well, when they reach their target goal, they stop ordering. So you're constantly chasing customers. When the economy takes a downturn, one of the first things that people, your clients are going to do is tighten the belt of the family budget. Guess what goes away? All the extras like health and wellness, weight loss. Okay? So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at another sheet. Now this sheet I configured to have the person lead with the business. Okay? Those are the numbers I'm showing here. All right? So here's the number of new people connected with. And once again, the trend is going down, not up. Okay? The target's 10. They never hit it. So there's some work that needs to be done there. Don't accept time as an excuse. I can tell you, first of all, just one lead funnel that I use. I can make 50 cold calls an hour because I know I'm going to hit a lot of voicemails. Okay, but that accumulates. If you have a good message for a voicemail, you will get calls back. So if I make 50 calls, if I take 1 hour out of my day and I make 50 calls, and I do that every single day for 5 days, I'm probably going to be contacting between 15 and 20 people a day at the end of those 5 days, because they're going to be calling me and I'm going to be following up anyway. All right, so didn't hit the 10, got a little work to do. I don't accept that they didn't have the time. Sorry, don't. I mean, family emergencies are one thing, but I know human nature. They had the time to watch Game of Thrones on TV for 5 hours that week. You get it. You got to do some sacrificing in order to make this business work sometimes. So I'm not a believer in someone telling me I didn't have the time, and then they talk about the television programs that they watch throughout the week. I just shake my head when I hear that. All right, so obviously we're here. How many people did they recommend product to? 1 out of 8, 1 out of 7. Okay, so they got 4 there. All right. Now, if your focus is to try and help them get consumers and clients and customers, there's a weakness there. And the weakness starts up here, but it's a weakness if you want clients. Again, the intent of this sheet is that they focused on the business side of it. All right. Number of new customers, they did get a new customer. Okay. And they did get them on auto ship. So that process, that explanation process of saving an extra 5% is working for this person. You know that. You can tell that by assessing. Now we're into the business section. Out of 8 people, this person was able to throw a frame firelighter or work into the conversation. They were able to find a pain point and offer a solution. 5 times out of 8, 6 times out of 7, 4 times out of 6. So they're focusing here on recruiting. Okay? This is the number of people who took a look, which is going to tell you how good their invitation process is. 4 out of 5, great. 6 out of 6, great. So their numbers are good here. There's nothing broken here. These are the number of people that expressed interest after they took a look. And these are the number of third-party tools that were handed out. And again, you can see the process is working for this person. They're doing it right. There's nothing broken here. Again, you're not going to get all these people down here. Okay, that's why 10 is a magic number. That's 300 people a month if you do it 7 days a week. All right, so now who asked for more information? That's typical. If they actually take a look and your presentation tools, your third-party tools are good, you won't have a lot of people in this column here. I don't focus much on that. And who's ready out of the people that took a look and who enrolled? Nothing's broken here. And how many of who enrolled are actually active reps, have placed an order? There's another cascade effect there. You want to see if they are promoting use, recommend, and invite, our team mantra. And this right here will tell you that. If there's zeros here, but you got enrolled reps there, then need to be a little focused on polishing that process. All right. This person provides customer service. You got 27 customers since starting, and they've retained 22 that are still ordering on a monthly basis, or 6 weeks, or 3 weeks, whatever. That's an 81% retention rate. Not bad. By the way, the industry average in health and wellness is about 30%, just so you know. Well, we need to beat that badly, okay? We all need to beat that badly because that's CV. That's helping people, and that's CV for your team. All right, now this is my sheet. This is a real sheet, all right? And here's the number of people I connected with. I hit my 10s every day, you see? How many I, in conversation, recommended product to based on the pain points that I extracted in our conversation by listening. Who took a look? How many new customers I got? This is real time. This is true numbers, guys. It gives you an idea of what's possible if you use the tools that are being given to you. How many are on auto ship? Nothing's broken there. Excuse me. Now we're into the business. All right. Out of 13, I invited 1. Out of 15, I invited 8. Out of 17, I invited 12. It just depends on how the conversation goes. I let the conversation lead me. Okay. So for 5 days, I averaged 7 persons a day to take a look at the business. And I got 33 out of 35 to look at the business. 29 of those expressed interest in moving forward. And I'm going to go down here. Who's ready? How many reps did I enroll in those 5 days? I averaged 1 a day. That's 30 a month. That's 365 a year. Personal enrollments. And then, oh, look, nothing's broken here. Every one of them is active. Okay? So we're good. We're golden there. Now, here is something I'm very proud of, and I pride myself on. I've got 164 personal customers, personally enrolled customers. Of those, that's since December 12th, 2017. Of those, I still have 153 ordering. And why is that? I follow up. I make sure they're happy. I take care of issues if they're not. That's a 93.29% retention rate. You see the power there? You see where that contributes to your CV? You see where I have been helping 153 people achieve better health? And that's something I'm proud of. That's what I shoot for. I want to see above a 90 and hopefully a 95% retention rate. You're never going to hit 100%, but always shoot for it. And that has to do with world-class customer service. Listen, the economy here in the United States, in my lifetime, I've watched it transition from a manufacturing-based economy to a service-based economy. We manufacture nothing here in the United States anymore. Even Detroit, they assemble, but they don't manufacture. You know, they put a Korean transmission in and a French steering column in, and you know, yeah, it's assembled in the U.S. It's assembled in Detroit, but it's not made in the USA anymore. That's just one industry. Look at the steel industry and what's happened to it. So if you don't recognize that we are a service-based economy, and if you don't focus on that point, you will not be in business. Trust me. All right, that's it for today. Thanks, guys.